All right, Homesteader family, welcome to this edition of the Sunday Monday. Ugh. Welcome to this edition of the Sunday Monday vlog. As you can see, I don't edit my videos, and sometimes I screw up. Welcome back to the journey. Thank you for being part of the journey, and don't forget to share the journey. So it's been a long week. I've been laying in bed watching television. You can see I'm in my PJ pants. I just went out this morning to feed the animals, and I've got, I think, another hour or so, and I've got to go feed the animals for the evening. But everybody's doing good. Everybody weathered the storm well. This past week has been a beautiful week. This weekend was even better. We got up into the 60s and 70 down in Canyon City. Been nothing but fence Monday through Friday. So I've been here Monday through Friday doing fence from about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. I get over there to start. The guys get here like 8:45, 9 o'clock. They work until about 3:15ish. And then several days I've had to drive all the way to town to take care of different things. I just got tire chains for the tractor. I'm going to get them put on the tractor tomorrow morning. I went to a auction, for those of you that did not see the picture, and I wanted a fork truck that could lift 2,000-pound pallets or more, because the tractor I bought only lifts about 1,600 pounds, 14, 1,600, somewhere in there. And a pallet of feed is 2,000 plus the tape and bag weight and the pallet weight. So it's probably closer to like 2,100, maybe 2,200. And of course, concrete's even heavier than that. So I don't like to have to slide bags off onto another pallet and do it halfway to be able to unload the trailer. But this guy bid me up at the auction. I've never been to an auction, so it was my first auction. And he bid me up, and I wasn't paying over $6,000 for a fork truck. So I decided, since I watched Storage Wars and different things, that I would bid him up on what he wanted. So he went after this 8.5 ton, 70-foot boom crane, and he decided to stop bidding and left me with the crane. So luckily, all the big equipment guys walked down the line because they thought it was going to go for too much, and I only got into it for 2,100. That was the winning bid, was 2,100. So not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it. It needs some work to it. It does run. There's no brakes to it, but when you let off the gas, it's so heavy, it stops anyhow. And it only has the first gear. The other two gears aren't working. So I'm going to go down Monday. Of course, you'll see this on Monday. After the fencers leave, to go ahead and talk to Brian at True Value. That's where I bought my tractor at, and that's where I drove the boom lift to, or boom crane to park it over the weekend. So I'm going to go down Monday after the fencers are gone, talk to Brian, explain what I would like to get, or what I would like to have fixed, and what his thoughts are, and then of course find out how much it's going to cost. I mean, 2,100's nothing for a huge piece of equipment like that. It's got the arms that go out past the tires that can lift the whole unit up. They work. The boom works. The cable with the big steel ball on it works. It's just a couple of things. And then the two side windows are busted out. The front and back window are shattered. So I might get a quote to put glass in it. I'm not sure exactly. I figured worst case scenario, if I don't do anything to it except pay to get it delivered up here, I'll turn it into a lawn ornament. So it'd be a $2,100 lawn ornament. And since it's a 70-foot boom and sits about 10 feet off the ground, that gives me about 80 feet or so. And I could get a custom flag. Excuse me. Something just got in my nose. But I could have a 80-foot flagpole and get a custom-made flag that says Petting Zoo or Today's Homesteader or something like that, and fly it from the top of the mountain. Because my neighbor already knew that I was going to be putting a shipping container out there to put a sign up there. So instead of possibly wasting a shipping container, which is almost $2,900, then I'm saving about $800 and put the crane up there and just let the crane stay there. And then, of course, if I needed to lift the truss to put it on top of my house, I can use the crane for that. If I've got to move the shipping containers at a later date, then I have a crane that can move that, because the tractor can't lift 5,400 pounds is what the shipping containers weigh. And this can lift that no problem, because it can lift, I believe, like 17 or 18,000 pounds. So it's a huge, huge crane. I felt like a tiny little bug inside of it. Talking about shipping containers, I emailed the container place. I said the road should be passable by Tuesday for them to start bringing the shipping containers up. So for those of you that don't know, I've already paid for 2 more shipping containers to use as animal shelters for the camel and the horse and donkeys and stuff. They've been going underneath that tree. Don't know if they're going to use the shipping container, because they could come up here and they don't come up here. But I'm going to put a couple shipping containers down over by the farm area. And if they want to use it as shelter to get out the weather, they can. As we've all learned over the last several years of me doing all this, I made things for the emus. The emus stay out in the snow, and the cows stay out in the snow. Everybody stays out in the snow. So I spent all this money on shelters, and they just don't like to use it. I don't know why. But the goats do. The goats go in, they lay in the straw, and then, of course, during the day, the cattle go in there to get out the sun if they want to get out the sun and lay in the straw. And that's that. So this week, the fencers are supposed to be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Most likely they're not going to be here because they're hitting their hours and they only have 4 guys that can work. So a little bit irritated with the whole fencing because it's going slower. I figured there was going to be a lot more people than 4 people up here at a time. And they keep forgetting different things. But we made some progress. I got some video of it so you can see the footage of what's been accomplished. I still have several pallets of feed at Tractor Supply I still got to pick up. I haven't been able to with all the roads being muddy and snow covered. I still have a couple pallets of oats that I have to pick up so I can seed the land. I also had the pallet of annual ryegrass that's sitting here that still needs to be seeded because I bought that seeder a couple weeks ago. But because the fence is number one priority, nothing else is getting accomplished, and I am just exhausted. So yesterday was Saturday. I went to that auction. I didn't realize it was going to be until 3:30 in the afternoon. And then I had to do laundry. So I got laundry done. Then I went to Walmart, did grocery shopping. Had to go gas station, pick up gas. Had to go to the post office and pick up mail. Go to Home Depot and pick up stuff. Go to True Value and pick up the tire chains for the tractor. And today I was like, I'm exhausted. So I actually slept till 10 o'clock today on Sunday. It felt so good. I mean, I slept soundly. I woke up, I felt so good. And I went out, fed the animals, went up to John's, did a candy review for one of my subscribers, which that will be on here coming up. And got video footage of the animals and the fencing. And now I'm in here editing or filming this. And then I've got to start editing the videos and splicing everything together and get it monetized, set up, and ready to go for Monday morning. So everybody can enjoy the journey and see what crazy life this alien is truly living. And now I've got to figure out what's my next thing to get. I shocked everybody by getting a Zorse and then shocked everybody by camels. Now I've got a humongous boom crane. My Christmas present should be here mid-December, so that's a big surprise on what I got there. So who knows? Maybe I'll get a helicopter or something like that if everything keeps up the way it's keeping up. And the last couple things, let's see. Do. I had one of my subscribers come over and help me set up the electric for the pond. So the pond is being de-iced, which is good because it froze over completely a couple times. Now it's open for all the animals to go down and drink. The ducks and geese were in another area, keeping another piece of it open, so they're not around the big animals when they come down. But that has frozen over. You're seeing the video. So they're migrating back down towards where the water is open now. I also want to thank one of my neighbors that is letting me take showers at their house like once a week when they come down. So I appreciate that. I want to thank John for doing the candy review. He didn't believe that he agreed to it. He said he didn't remember. He's getting old, so his memory's fading like Pop's was. And I mean, he was sick too at the time, so that could have been a problem. But he tells me the same story over and over sometimes, like Pop did. So it's kind of like having Pop down the road. Uh, that's pretty much it. The shipping containers are coming. I'll be either getting the crane fixed or it will be getting delivered. All the animals are good. No new animals after Girl and Gunner, the two horses that were given to me. I still have to go to the lady's property to pick up the feed and hay that she has sitting there. I just don't have the time right now. And I actually, this will shock a lot of people. I actually got a subscription that I'm paying a monthly fee now. And people are going to be like, are you nuts? Because everybody knows I watch all my movies, TVs for free through the internet, yada, yada, yada. But I'm getting tired of listening to my grandfather's oldies music in the car. And I like to listen to my music. So I finally broke down. I figured it's an hour drive, hour, 15-minute drive to Canyon, hour, 15-minute drive back home. Even longer when the roads are icy, snowpacked, or I'm hauling animals and stuff like that. There's no reception, no radio reception, nothing. So I went ahead and I subscribed to iHeartRadio. The biggest package was $9.99 a month. So I can skip songs, create my own playlist, and have my own music. So I'm really, really happy about that, especially because of the Christmas playlist. Then I can listen to my Christmas music all winter long, back and forth. And I was having an issue here because I can only run the speakers so far from the camper that are Bluetooth off of my phone, off of the Wi-Fi. So when I'm outside working, I can only listen to music for so far, and then I can't use the speakers, or iHeartRadio does. So now I can listen to that throughout the entire property. So if I'm on the back 40, I'm able to take the speakers out, hook up my phone, use my playlist, and I'm able to listen to music everywhere now, which is so nice for those of you that don't know how it is to work in dead silence, because out here there's not much noise except the animals every once in a while. And I think that's going to be it for this episode. Stay tuned for everything coming up. And I broke 2,100 subscribers now. And I really, really appreciate everybody right now, because for whatever reason, as everybody knows, I don't tell everybody, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, comment. I don't say all that on every single video to boost my ratings, to boost my income, because I just don't want to be that type of pushy person. And because, like I said, this is originally editing for me, so when I'm older, I'm able to look back at my life. But everybody's wanted to join the journey, and now, like I said, I'm over 2,100 subscribers. And for some reason, everybody out there, they're not only watching the video, but I'm getting more comments now. I'm getting more interactions with thumbs up and thumbs down than I have been. And for some reason, everybody is watching the commercials. And for those of you that don't know, if you skip the commercial, I get like a penny. If you watch the entire commercial, I get like 5 cents to 15 cents. So for some reason, everybody's watching the commercials now. So I want to say thank you to everybody, because that's supporting me. That's supporting doing the ranch. That's supporting this whole thing, because I was averaging $70 to $120 a month. And in the last 30 days, for some reason, you guys are just exploding watching all the commercials. And I am up to $253 for this past month. So that $253 will go, towards fencing, go towards the $3,000 a month in animal feed, towards the $3,000 shipping containers I just purchased for shelters, building the farm, everything that's going on here. That YouTube money just goes right into it. Because as everybody knows, I don't travel the world. I don't do all this weird stuff. So I stay here. This is my paradise. And with that extra money coming in, that's going to be more stuff I can get accomplished. And the other bonus is cryptocurrency is starting to turn back up. I'm still down. But Coinbase, the exchange I'm through, is now giving 5.6% fees to me for holding Tezos, because I own a bunch of Tezos. So now I am currently averaging between $3 to $4 a day in extra income from that. The money from YouTube coming in. Once I get the petting zoo, a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there. So eventually I'll have enough to just keep expanding the zoo, and keep coming up with new adventures and journeys for everybody to enjoy. And who knows, for everybody that's moved to the Cotopaxi area, I got to meet. And who knows, maybe you might move to the Cotopaxi area, to Colorado, or maybe you just come to visit. So maybe we'll see you sometime soon. All right, Homesteader family. So I am up here at John's house, and he does not remember agreeing to doing a video with me, but he's going to have to, because he did agree. So I'm going to have to start filming John when he talks to me, because this old man in his memory, he's becoming like Pop was. But anyhow, one of my subscribers asked me to do a review for them, and I can't do the review because it contains two things that I don't like. I don't like sweets, and I definitely don't like spicy food. So I just got the package in here. So I've just opened it, and it's some pepper candies that he's custom making and selling. So John's going to do a review, and we're going to see what he thinks of it. I'll be right back. All right.
All the YouTubers.
Here's John.
Give him some candy. Julie, you want some candy? You want some candy? Oh, I guess it's edible. Of course you did that. Oh, here, sneeze on this. Sucky candy. Very mild, slightly cinnamon. Yeah, heat index is going up a little. Can't litter. You want to try this? You like that?
Julie approved.
No, I don't think you will. Not too bad.
Not too hot?
Not overwhelmingly.
Okay.
Of course, I don't like jalapenos, but I love habaneros and poblanos.
Tastes
You would eat it.
Tastes good though?
Mm-hmm.
Something you would eat?
Yeah, every other day.
Well, you got a couple extras.
You got to try one.
No, not me. Alright, so I'm over here at the fence on the far side of my property. I just came from John's. So I'm just going to drive through, let you guys see. They got a lot of the T-posts done, and then the front here is all complete, minus the 2 wire ties in the center of each T-post. but it's stapled, it's wire tied at top and bottom and stretched. All of the corner posts and H braces are all built. And then I also wanted to say, after I shut off the camera, John said that the Candies got a little bit warmer on heat level, but nothing that he couldn't handle. And he said that those candies with the flavor and everything would have gone perfect with the cold beer. So I just want to throw that in there since I didn't get that on camera. And I want to say thank you again to John for doing that, even though he doesn't remember agreeing to it. And we'll go through and I'll show you the fence. So you can see all these T-posts are done going across. So basically, we have about, I think, 2 or 3 property lines completely done, and then 2 property lines that are partially done, and 1 property line we haven't touched yet. So this is part of a property line that's partially done. You can see we started laying out the fabric and got some help going down the hill. So that's all set for them to hopefully on Monday have the splices, start getting everything spliced, and try to get as much fencing as we can hung by the end of this coming week. So if snow comes the following week, they can at least work wire tying and we don't have to worry about unburying everything again. So we got the T-post and fencing laid out all the way down here to this H brace. So this is almost this whole line they can hopefully get done this week. And then what you saw coming in through the gates on the right hand side, if they can continue doing that, and then up over that next hill. And that's the other line that's partially done coming down. So I'll drive up here, I'll show you that. And then where we started fencing in the beginning, that line is all done. It has the fence laid up, but they have to go through, they have to splice the fence wire, and then they have to stretch it and wire tie it. So like I said, hopefully if they're here for 4 days, not 5 days, I'm hoping they might be here 5 days, but if they're only here for 4 days, hopefully we can get a lot of the fence hung up where it's not on the ground and don't have to worry, like I said, about unburying it if we get snow again, and just try to quickly get it enclosed so I can get the animals out here and start cutting down on the feed bill, because the feed bill's really, really expensive. But if it wasn't for crypto, I wouldn't be able to afford all this. So little by little, it's coming along. Like I said, I was hoping they get down here to the bottom. They didn't, and we're finished more this week.